Hello guys, welcome back to the YHBC Home Buying Network, where you're provided some information from home buying tips to the final closing. So today's segment will provide you with some answers to some frequently asked questions from around the Atlanta area. So let's just get started. So Sarah from Decatur asked, what's the first step in the home buying process? Thank you, Sarah, for tuning in. So while you guys are out, you're going to open houses is much more exciting than filling out the paperwork, but the first step as a home buyer should be getting pre-approval, okay? So this means that you're going to determine how much house you can afford, and basically you're able to set a firm budget. So sellers are more inclined to take you seriously or more seriously and consider your offer if they know that your home is within your pre-approval limits, okay? So I hope that helps, Sarah. Thank you so much. Let's see. Jackson from Ellenwood, Georgia wants to know, how will my credit score impact my loan? That's a great question. So when you're determining how much home you can afford and whether you are eligible for a home loan, a lender will typically, look at your credit score, pull your credit file, and typically they'll need a credit score of at least 580 or higher for FHA, of course. But it's also recommended that you have a 620 or higher. Of course, the higher the credit score is, the better lending terms you will be eligible for. Okay, so thanks so much, Jackson. I hope that helps. Let's see. Janice out of Covington, Georgia wants to know, how many houses should she view? All right. So, Janice, there is no right or wrong number of homes that you should actually view before making an offer. Some people actually find their dream home, on day one when they're out, while other people are out viewing homes. It could take as many, as maybe a couple of months or a month. So you want to view as many homes as it take to find the home that actually fits your need. Thank you so much. So Jessica is coming in from Stone Mountain, and she wants to know, how do I search for a home? All right, Jessica. So you can actually start by viewing, MLS listings on a real estate database. I like realtor.com. There's homes.com. You want to narrow your search down by searching for homes within your price range, with your desired number of bedrooms, bathrooms, and things of that nature. However, your real estate agent or your realtor can also, research some homes for you, make recommendations based on your criteria, which is a lot easier. Lynn is coming in from Norcross, Georgia. Hi, Lynn. How are you? And she wants to know, how safe is the neighborhood? Lynn, I feel you on that. Look, no one wants to live in a neighborhood that's dangerous, a city that's dangerous, but your real estate agent can't help you with that question, unfortunately. Due to the Fair Housing Act, a real estate agent cannot answer questions regarding crime statistics, okay? So before you even start, your house hunt, research some data for the cities and neighborhoods that you're considering, okay? Mr. and Mrs. Battle out of Fayetteville, Georgia asks, how much do real estate agents charge? Okay, so typically you aren't paying the real estate agent to help you find your dream home. The seller actually pays the real estate agents a percentage of the home sales price. Okay, so, and the agent pays the buyer's real estate agent for bringing in the buyer. A standard commission is 6% of the transaction, which is split between both seller's agent and the buyer's agent. Okay. Hi, Daniel. Daniel is asking, what should my down payment be? All right, Daniel. So, well, it depends on the type of loan. Mortgage lenders pretty much kind of require at least 3% down payment, and FHA loans require a minimum of 3.5% down. The percentage that you are required to put down will depend on your credit history, the type of property, and several other factors. Okay. Hi, Tiffany. We bring in Tiffany from McDonough, Georgia. She asked, how long does the home buying process actually take? Okay, so the process varies, Tiffany, significantly, and it depends on the state in which you are buying and the type of property you are purchasing. So once the seller has accepted your offer, it takes on average of 36 days to close. FHA and VA loans can take a few additional days, kind of sort of give or take. And short sales, they are notoriously slow. So taking an average of about 30 to 120 days to close, okay? We have Mr. and Mrs. Hill. They want to know, how will our home purchase affect our taxes? That is a great question, Mr. Hill. There are a number of tax benefits to buying a home, but filing your taxes can be a lengthy process, especially if you aren't used to itemizing. Okay, so you can deduct things such as mortgage interest payments, as well as property taxes, that's kind of questionable for this year. Points paid at closing, interest on home equity loans, lines of credit, and other items. So a tax professional such as myself can actually help you decide what you're going to itemize. So buying a home for the first time can be overwhelming. However, working with an experienced real estate agent or realtor can actually help you navigate through your real estate and address your questions. Okay. Stephanie from Riverdale, Georgia, she wants to know, Stephanie asks, why do I have to obtain another pre-approval letter from a different lender when I make an offer on my home? I think I understand that question, Stephanie. So cross qualification is imminent to certain markets, especially when bank-owned or short sale properties are at stake. So some of the large banks that own homes require potential home buyers to be qualified with the preferred lender. So they're typically a representative of the bank that owns that home. So this is one way for the bank to recoup a small portion of their loss, on the homes for the previous foreclosures or short sales. Okay, so in other scenarios, the listing agent slash seller prefers you to feel safe and knowing that the home buyer that you've selected has a backup plan. So should their current one actually don't work out. Okay, I hope that helps. Denise from Austell, Georgia says, I was pre-approved, but after I found a home and signed the contract, my lender denied my loan. Is this a common trend, she asked. Okay. So there are literally hundreds of moving parts to a real estate purchase transaction, and that can actually impact your final approval all the way up to the last minute, before you close. So, and then after the fact, some of unfortunate instances. So with the borrower, credit scores, income, employment, and resident status may change. With the property, you have the appraised value, poor inspection reports, title transfer, liens issues, HOA disclosures, and things of that nature. So the interest can also change, affecting your DTI ratio. Mortgage insurance company changed guidelines, and so they go out of business. We got new FICO scores, requirements, etc. So it's important to make sure that your initial paperwork is reviewed and approved by your underwriter as soon as humanly possible. You want to make sure you stay in contact with your mortgage approval team through the entire process so that they're all aware of any delays or changes, in the status that could impact your final approval. The last and final question, okay, what happens if I can't find a home before my pre-approval letter expires? All right, so depending on your mortgage program and the final underwritten conditions, you may have to resubmit your most recent 30-day pay stubs and have a new credit report pulled. It's as simple as that. So it's really important to know critical approval conditions, expiration dates, and things of that nature. So I hope this was helpful. Please share, like, and comment on the video. If you guys know anyone that's looking to purchase or sell a home, please be sure to reach out to me personally. Thank you all for your questions. Thank you all for coming in and asking the questions. I hope this was helpful and hope that you find value in all this information provided. One other thing, also, please be sure to tune in as I talk about an amazing program, guys, with no down payment, no closing costs, no PMI, there's no mortgage insurance. It is the best affordable mortgage program in the industry, and we will talk about that in the next segment of the Home Buying Network. Okay. So, as always, I'm Altanese Williams, your home buying coach with the YHBC Network and Liberty Realty Professionals. Be sure to get my contact information at the end of this video. And as always, guys, have a great evening.